Alright. Nope. There we go. What's going on, guys? Chris here, and welcome back to another episode of CosmicCraft Reloaded. This is episode 21. A bit of a slapdash start there. Yeah, I forgot to set the game. I haven't streamed since Monday. It's been a week almost. I'm very bad at keeping a stream schedule. I apologize for that. I'm not good at this kind of thing. I don't like keeping up with schedules. I just want to go to sleep. No, yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of streaming lately, and I apologize for that. Last week I had a bunch of crap going on, and over the past week I've been dealing with exams, which is exciting and fun, and I want to die now, which is mostly over, which is kind of convenient. We'll talk more about that later in the episode. Anyways, today, longer episode. It's Friday. I don't have anything else to do today. Oh, excuse me, my nose is now stopped up because I was sneezing. Don't have anything else to do today, so I'm gonna get all the crap I've been saying I'm gonna be doing for like the past month done. Or at least start getting it done. I've got a lot of stuff I need to catch up on, so we're gonna try and do that today. Including fixing this area right here, so we'll get around to that pretty soon. I've still got all my enchanting stuff on me, which I haven't done anything with, which is lovely. Need to set up an enchantery eventually. This episode is probably poorly titled because there's a lot of things I want to get done today. Because I kind of want to catch up to where we probably should be by now, because I haven't, like I said, have not been streaming much. Have not at all been streaming much, because like I said, I've been pretty busy over in the real world. Where did I put my stuff? I moved it over here, didn't I? I forgot about that. I need to get used to coming over here to get my stuff. So that's gonna be exciting. For those who missed last episode, excuse me, fun episode. Got a, moved stuff up here, tore down the old house. I've been saying I'm gonna do that for a while. So I've done that. That house is no more, is no longer a house. It's still a house, it's just well, it's not even a house anymore, it's just a around. I'm gonna put the enchanting stuff in here because this is where the enchantry is going to go. It's gonna go, I've got an interesting idea for that, and I'll talk more about it later. Where is the sun? The sun is halfway up in the sky. So what I am going to do today, orient myself here, I've got a lot of dirt. I want to kind of start working on, first of all, terraforming this area. Do we need more? No, my axe is in good shape. Okay, that's good. Gonna kind of start working on... Oh, man. Excuse me, my nose. Let me also just dismiss that message right there. Is that annoying? The chat is ready to broadcast messages. Yeah, I'm gonna tear this wall out right here, and I'm gonna kind of replace it and get started a little bit on moving forward. Oh, man. My nose, everything... Allergy season is just playing 7 different sorts of hell on me, and I love it. That's part of the reason. It's one of the reasons I haven't been streaming. But yeah, I've just been trying to take care of some stuff. I forgot that I put this here. I ran out of blocks, or I ran out of spruce, so I started replacing it with stairs, which nobody would have known up until this very moment right here when I decided to tear this down. So don't tell anyone. But yeah, I've just had a lot going on lately. I've been trying to catch up on classes, trying to get done. I just want to be done with college. I'm so ready for it to be over. I am so close to it being over. Did everything just get a green tinge to it? Or am I going blind? I'm probably going blind. Probably a little bit of both. But yeah, that's exciting. Been trying to get done with that. The biggest part and the hardest part has been I've had a project, a database project, it's a relational database project. It's essentially Microsoft Access, which if you've never used it is basically the worst program ever developed. It's horrible, and there's absolutely nothing positive I can say about that program, and I've spent about the past 2 weeks trying to get I've spent about the past month trying to get this database I've been working on finished. And I still haven't finished it. It was due today. I turned it in. It was not entirely finished, and I'm hoping I pass. If not, I have been informed that there is a web design class I can take to make the grade up for it, which I may end up having to take over the summer, which is nice. That does not inspire grand confidence, but I'm not great with database. That is not at all my area of expertise. I'm gonna kind of work on this mountain. I don't really remember what this mountain used to look like. How it was before I kind of moved in here and built my house. So I'm gonna let's just fill this guy in with dirt and pretend it didn't happen. I don't remember if I have any extra dirt, so this may be a terrible idea. But yeah, that's what I've been working on for the past week, is trying to get that done. A lot of that's been fun and exciting, and I've had some other stuff going on. Had a lunch yesterday. That's why I actually probably could have streamed yesterday. Well, I spent a lot of yesterday working on that project too. I had lunch with an old high school teacher. I just kind of piddled around. I've been doing stuff and things. So yeah, I haven't streamed this week. Hopefully next week I can get back to it. Next week is... I'm done. I have one more exam I have to do on Monday morning, but that's about it. So I'm gonna try and get back into streaming. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get back into streaming, hopefully, so that should no longer be a problem. I do apologize for missing so many streams over the past month or so. March or April has not been a great month for streaming for me. Between just a number of different things have come up, and that's kind of, you know, part of my thing when I came back and started doing streaming somewhat regularly back in, what was it, February? January, February? I am not necessarily doing this as a super regular thing. Like, I'm doing it as a regular thing, but, you know, it's like if something comes up, I'm not gonna, you know, worry too much about keeping up with streaming with that, so that's kind of been my prerogative. And it's worked out pretty well so far, and everybody seems to understand, because there are things that happen in life, and this is very far from my primary source of income or my primary job, so I try not to worry too much, so that's good. Anyways, yeah, today I'm going to try and get kind of caught up. We're doing a little bit of terraforming here. I do need to get some torches to put down here. I'm going to do the secret, just kind of shell terraforming, as I like to call it, which is basically just building a... Oops, I didn't mean to do that, guy. There's like a little shell that's going to go over this. I'm going to put torches down there. No one's ever going to know if there's not a full mountain there, and I'll probably forget about it until I go to build something there months down the road. Take a drink real quick. Oh, man. So yeah, that's been my week. All kinds of exciting things. I haven't gotten much done on here. I haven't really been on here doing a lot. There's a lot of things we need to kind of wrap up. What was I? Torches, that's what I came here to get. A lot of things. I'm still getting used to coming over to this house, because honestly I haven't played... I think I filled in a little bit of ground over there at the old house before or after the last episode, but other than that, I really haven't done too much, which I need to. We may actually, today, do a little caving run. Excuse me. A little caving run, because I have not... Oh man, all these new fangled Who's-a-Mawatchets and the little pop-ups, they're a little bit irritating. I've talked about that before. I haven't really kept up too much with the snapshots, which is ironic because I'm running the snapshot. I'm on the latest snapshot. I read a little bit into it. I know a lot of what they're doing. They're trying to implement kind of tutorials, kind of tutorializing the game, which I guess is kind of cool. But the thing is, I think most people that play Minecraft, or most people who are going to play Minecraft, play it already and understand the complexities and whatnot. But that's just my 2 cents. I don't know. I think the snapshots are kind of stupid, but oh well. Excuse me. Once again, sorry about the coughing. Allergies have just decided to catch up with me. Tonight, finally, at long last, Widget will be catching up. We have not done that. I have a podcast from Nate Pick called Widget. Technology and Gaming Podcast. We have not done it in about, I think, 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. It's been a while since we've done an episode, and we've only had one episode, but we did it a while ago. And I've been pretty busy, so I really have kind of been ignoring it for the most part over the last little while. So it's going to be kind of nice to get back to that. Yeah, I'm just going to mute this thing and blow my nose real quick. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. It's probably not going to get any better. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I haven't done a lot of episodes of Widget recently, but that's gonna be fun. We're getting back to that later today, so tune in tonight. I think actually tonight's supposed to be a later episode, but I don't really remember. Honestly, I don't keep up with these things too well. Speaking of Nate, hey Nate, welcome to the stream. Just talking about Widget tonight. I think it's supposed to be a later episode, but we're gonna try and get that done. And of course, tomorrow on Saturday is another episode of Crusty Salt, which we haven't done in a while either, because we're I had family out last week, and I was not able to crust my salt. No, I wasn't able to... Didn't have time to do any podcasting or whatnot, or just didn't feel like doing it. This mountain This is not going to be a particularly attractive mountain, I'm afraid. I'll just have to wait till the grass grows in to see... to gain my final opinions on this mountain, but it does not... is not inspiring much confidence in the way of what it looks like. I'm gonna kinda plateau. It'll be 11 p.m., probably gonna last about an hour. Yeah, so there you go. It'll be tonight, but it will probably not be the longest episode, nor will it be the most spontaneous episode. No. It'll just be another episode. We're gonna try and keep up that again. Things should be getting back to regular timing. I think most of the craziness is done. I've got next semester. I shouldn't really have to worry about that too much, honestly. A lot of the classes I'm taking are gonna be very simple. Stuff I kind of already know. Oh, look at this. This is a pretty fancy mountain, and it is... oh, hell. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend there's not a giant hole underneath here. We're just gonna completely cover this up and pretend it doesn't exist. Okay. That's perfect. So yeah, tune into that tonight. That's gonna be exciting. So will Krusty Salt coming back. Probably not going to do another 4-hour episode in that. But you never know. I want to try and get some more stream stuff in. I haven't streamed Overwatch in a while. I kind of want to get on that. I haven't really had time to do a lot of that. I haven't played... there's an update. There's like a special event going on right now. Haven't played any of that, so I may hop on and do a little bit of that at some point. Let's try and make this look a little bit more uniform. Not entirely crap. Let's see here. Boom. And let's get rid of this guy. Boom. Okay, that kind of smooths that guy out. Been so busy, I haven't really talked to anyone besides you and Rivet. Finally messaged Ross. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. It's been the last 2 weeks have been very rough and very taxing. I am glad they are over. Today, pretty much all the busy stuff is pretty much done today, hopefully. I think next week or the week after, I'm going to be going, a friend of mine and I are going to road trip up to do some stuff in North Carolina. But other than that, like the stressful busy stuff, like school and work, that's all taken care of. That's something I don't have to worry about anymore, which I'm just tickled pink about. I shouldn't have to worry about anything till probably the beginning of August. Ugh, excuse me. Look at that. That is an atrocious hill that looks like it's just kind of an amorphous mass. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to pretend that has always been there, and hopefully when all the grass grows in, it will look somewhat normal. This is some very loud music. Let's turn that down a little bit right there. Turn down my load sounds. Oh, that's nice. My phone is still turned on. Ah, super professional. Haven't lost that professional edge yet. Maybe someday. I'm working on it. Get rid of this and keep moseying on. Can I just undo that? No, I have to tear all these guys up. Yeah, so I'm kind of just doing a little bit of residual cleanup work right now. Here in a minute, I'm going to start laying out foundations for the new houses. Not the houses. This is going to be kind of the market area. I'm going to lay some stuff out for that. I'm going to lay out some... I'm doing away with these paths. Ready for a vacation. Should be taking one in July. That's awesome. Probably not going to do a summer... but we usually do a summer vacation here. We'll usually go up to Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, or over to the beach, Charleston area. That is probably not going to happen this year because of the fact that I have classes, which is exciting. I don't think we're doing anything in August either after I graduate. I'm going to try and get employment pretty quickly after I graduate, which shouldn't really be a problem. Hopefully, there's a lot of people hiring for IT technicians around here right now. A lot of the I'm happy about the fact that a lot of manufacturing outfits around here are hiring IT guys, and I don't want to live in a city. That's everyone else in my department is talking about. I'm gonna move to Charlotte. I'm gonna move to Columbia. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move there. All these big cities. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay out in the middle of nowhere. I like the middle of nowhere. You're going to do some tent markets too? I'm kind of thinking something like that. I think I'm going to throw up a little market kind of like we have on Elite-Snow at Spawn. There's a little kind of tent market area. No, not tent market area, just kind of like a little market stall area. And I'm going to try and set something like that up. These trees, they're intruding. Okay, this guy down here, we're going to fill this in. Well, I almost wonder if there's something we could do with this. I don't know. Because that could be interesting, find a way to do something with this little pond here. But I'm not sure. We need to tear these trees down, that is for show. Let me go ahead and dump off a lot of this dirt over here in the house, and we'll keep on keeping on here for a minute. But yeah, no vacations this summer, which is kind of... I'm a little sad about that, but oh well. I'd like to go and do some hiking trips. I wanted to take a weekend and do some backpacking up around some of the local lakes. There's some pretty long trails up around there, and I'd like to do some backpacking. I think that could be fun, but I don't think I'm gonna have the time to do it. May do that in August after I graduate, but I'm not sure. Southern Transformation is already finished, avoiding living in the city. Yeah, I've talked about it before. I lived in California. I grew up in California the first half of my life, but I think it was 12. I was 12, 11 or 12. I think I turned 12 when we were here. So for a better part of half of my life, I lived in California. You know, I didn't live in a city then. Really, I lived kind of in a not like a kind of a resort area almost. I lived toward Big Bear. I think that's a fairly common area a lot of people know about. It's San Bernardino Mountains area. There's a lot of ski resorts up there, and I lived up there, and it wasn't particularly city. It was still small, so I've always kind of been that way, but I avoid cities like the plague. I'm not much one for cities. I never have been. I don't really care for great bustling crowds or people threatening to run you over. So I'm perfectly keen to stay out here in the middle of nowhere, as all the people I know are. I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna move far away from these places. And yeah, you have fun with that. And give me the jobs. Leave the jobs to people like me who want to live out in the middle of nowhere and build a nice house with a big studio office. And that is my life plan. So start donating, everybody. No, all the buzzings. Everybody's trying to talk to me today. Oh Lord. Lord. So I really need to start turning off my phone. Hey, a creeper hole. I should have kept some dirt. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna try... I don't exactly know how big this market area is gonna be. I want to build a couple buildings. Actually, let's go up and get some more cobblestone while I'm thinking about it, because I need to lay out some foundations. What I want to do... Big buildings that I want is... We've already got a blacksmith over here. I may put another one over there, or like a more general armorer. Like, that guy's just supposed to be the blacksmith for repairing tools and stuff like that, and then we have an actual armorer or something like that. And then I want to have a couple buildings, like an inn. An inn would be nice. Where is my cobblestone? That is what I want. And let's get a little bit of dirt for filling in creeper holes, because I think there may be a few over there that I need to check out. So yeah, but yeah, talking about my life plans do not exceed far beyond where I live now. I like where I live, and the internet's very good for being in the middle of nowhere. That's what I like about it. Live kind of I'm not like in the middle of nowhere, but I'm pretty far off from civilization. But we do have the area is growing. There's one of the cities near us has taken off over the last few years. So it's growing, and it's bringing a lot of fancy internet and suburban stuff, which I don't really want to live in the suburbs, but if I can gain great tracts of land, to quote Monty Python, huge tracts of land, I just build a house and live on it in the middle of nowhere by myself forever. Okay, now that we've cleared out a little bit of that, I don't think I want to push it too far into the forest. I want to keep a couple of these saplings. Let's take a look at what I'm going to do here. I think these guys, is this guy's course? I can't remember. I've been putting stuff off for Minecraft for a while, so I haven't released a video. Glad you keep going, getting me back in the mood. Yeah, I've been a little bit out of the mood lately for this, which I'm kind of sad about, because I enjoy... Oh, that's just regular dirt. I can't tell what's coarse. I think I threw down some coarse dirt, but I don't remember what's coarse dirt and what's not coarse dirt. I don't think there was any coarse dirt. I think I lied to myself. Yeah, I've been kind of in and out of the mood for Minecraft. I need to get in and start watching some more Let's Plays and get back in the mood for it. That's another part of the reason why I haven't really been streaming this a lot lately. Okay, let's go ahead and start thinking about what we're going to build here. I feel like getting rid of this pond would be in the benefit, because that is taking up a lot of land. I like the idea of doing something with it, but it's taking up too much land for us to... It's too much real estate. So we're just going to fill that in, and we're going to... Well, I'm just going to put a cover over the top of it and a couple torches so nothing spawns down there. And then I'm going to build something over it, because I'm going to build a... I almost kind of want to tab over to a leech node and fly around and take a look at that market. Because, oh, there's a little baby villager. Look at that. These guys are popping out children left and right. That is fantastical. Keep it up. That being said, loving my Mountain Blade series, fun a lot. I haven't checked that out yet. I've heard a lot of good things about Mountain Blade, though. I feel like I should check it out at some point. What did I come here for? Oh, yeah, I just want to grab more dirt. Yeah, I've heard a lot of very good things about Mountain Blade, though, so I may have to check it out one day. I need to get back. I'm going to sit down and do Doom. Probably not today, because despite the fact that I have a fairly clear schedule, I'm looking forward to enjoying a fairly clear schedule. Ooh, excuse me. This bed is floating. I need to fix the textures. I'm actually gonna move this bed. Let's just go ahead and move this bed over to the house over here. Eventually I'm gonna furnish these homes. Not today. Probably not today. Probably sometime in the future. I'm just gonna plunk this guy down right here, and we will make it fancier eventually. I need to get around to updating this texture pack pretty soon. So, but yeah, in terms of games, I'm trying to get back to getting all the games on my channel. I need to get Cube World back going again. I need to get Subnautica back and going again. LA Noire. I've got a bunch of games that I've kind of let fall by the wayside. I want to get that done. Greatest thing of all is it will run on even a potato. Yeah, I've heard that. That game is... It's got very good performance requirements. Oh man, this is running again. I hate this. Okay, let's throw down some torches real quick, just in all these corners. I don't really remember the rules or the spawning mechanics of spiders. I don't think they can spawn down here. I just want to double check though by throwing up some torches. I don't think anything can particularly spawn on water, so I'm not super concerned about that. So let's go ahead and throw all these dirts down, and we will be... We're off to the races, finally beginning to expand. We will have a lot of the areas done. There's a couple things I want to finish up. It runs off DirectX 9 or 10, wow. Yeah, I know it's an older game, but it still holds up, and it runs, it's supposed to run really well. So I played the demo for Warband. I think I played it on my channel, I may not have. I think I recorded it, I don't remember if I ever uploaded it. This is years and years ago. And it was pretty fun from what I played, and a buddy of mine's actually really into that game. So I may have to check it out at some point, play a little bit of it, stream a little bit of it. We'll see where that goes. Let's see, boom, okay, so that's nice and filled in. Got all that real estate back. I left a block of wood in this tree, and that is why it is not despawning. I don't know why I left that. No, there are 2 pieces, I don't know why I did that. Okay, so... Right. Design-wise, I don't have any plans for these buildings, and I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do for this spawn. Let me get a bucket of water, and I will horse away. Why is that sheep following me? Are sheep attracted to bread? No? I don't know. That guy's weird. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to do for the market stall area. I also need to do something about this bridge. It still irritates me that it exists. What I should do... Alright. Go ahead and cut some roads. That is definitely a good way to start things off, by cutting some roads through here. Hello, sheep. And we'll kind of see where we can go from there. What I do need to do... I do want to cut a road through the forest. Perhaps a tunnel through this little hill right here. But I do want to cut a road to the forest and kind of start moving in the direction of here, so that we can start working on this area. Hold on again, I gotta blow my nose again. Oh man, okay. I recommend the Vex edition if you want a more realistic and challenging game. Took me 3 battles before I finally won my first battle. Oh man. Now that is fancy. Yeah, I know Vex had a pretty long series going in that game, so I'll have to check it out one day. Alright, so... Yeah, let's clear a road through here, and I'll kind of start working off of that for what I want to do. I love this road. How easy it is to build roads here. This is fantastic. Okay, so... Right, let's go... Okay, that's not what I wanted in life. We'll do this, and this is where this road will turn. Once again, didn't want to do that, just want to get rid of the damn bushes there, but whatever. Okay, this guy will go this way. Liking it. And I will have another branch go off here. Can I just... Nope, gotta destroy that guy. Boom, boom. This guy will go off here and go this away. And we'll have this guy... I'm not making a swastika on accident, am I? I'm always kind of worried about that. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. And this guy will go over here. And we'll cut through there. And this road is going to kind of develop over here. Over to the... This one's going to head off over to the city. Did a lot of coding, certain bug fixes to make it easier. For example, you can get money better and everything doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. That's right. Yeah, I know that game is supposed to be pretty brutal. It's supposed to be a very RPG, from what I hear. Like I said, I haven't played too much of it or looked too much into it. I need to play through it at some point, you stinking Nazi. Yeah, I think I realized that about the roads in the village. We're not going to talk about that. But I think I flew up there one time and the roads in the village kind of look like a swastika. Actually, I think I've got the map still up. Take a look at that. It was either this or another village I'm thinking about. I may have been working on designs or something like that in my test world and realized the roads I dug ended up looking like a swastika or something like that. I don't really remember what. Let me take a look at the maps in here real quick. That bed is levitating. Once again, I pointed that out earlier, but it's going to irritate me now that I've noticed it. Yeah, this one kind of looks like a swastika. Yeah, this one looks like a swastika. If you look very closely, it's a very deformed swastika, but it looks like a swastika. So, welcome to Hitler Town. Okay, we're not gonna make that joke again because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. This video's been flagged for content ID. That's great. Yeah, so I should probably fix the roads here at some point. It's not super abundant unless you really or super noticeable unless you look, but I think when you fly up above the village, it's pretty noticeable, which isn't exactly the most fantastic thing in the world. But once again, we're not going to tell people about that. I don't want to get arrested for Nazism. Maybe some Nazi memorabilia collector will come take it. There's some story time, because I haven't had a story time in a while. I actually got a couple stories to tell. I haven't been streaming a lot, so I've got some stories from my life adventures. Hello, go away, you trees, you fools! A few weekends ago, by a few weekends ago I mean last weekend, it's Hitler with autism. Oh god. 4chan. Never mind. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I went to an arms collector's show, or the gun and knife show, because I like to collect knives. I have a problem collecting knives in some people's minds, but I went there and I was looking for some knives, and there was a rather large stall that had a lot of, it was a Nazi memorabilia collection stall. They had a lot of interesting stuff there, and I talked to the guy for a while. I like history, and World War II is a very interesting point of study. I know it's a very common one because it's really the most recent war, at least that a lot of people were involved in, or a lot of nations were involved in. Hopefully it'll be the last major one that a lot of people were involved in. But we were just kind of talking, and there was some really interesting stuff. They had a lot of kind of weird stuff down there. A bunch of Nazi weapons, a bunch of Nazi clothing, uniform items, just interesting stuff like that. And it was kind of neat to look over, that kind of thing. And it's interesting to see how much of that stuff is still around. You'd think a lot of it would have been destroyed. I mean, it's probably still not in great abundance, but you'd think a lot of it was destroyed or would have been destroyed after World War II. So it's always interesting to kind of take a look at that kind of thing. So how's this going to get done, all Nazis aside? I think you have some Nazi stuff, don't mean I support it, but a lot of soldiers did things against their will. Yeah, I don't, it's interesting to collect that kind of thing for sake of preserving history, regardless of what was done. You know, I don't think any of the things that the Nazis did were particularly good, but there was a lot of, it's interesting, and it's good to hold on to that kind of thing. I like history, so that's kind of, I don't collect any of that stuff, not because I don't want to. I think it'd be interesting to collect some, I just don't, it's expensive and I'm broke. But I think I'm gonna put the N right here. And I don't really have a specific size, so I'm just gonna kind of mark out where it's gonna go. And this is kind of the idea of this episode, or at least this particular part of this episode, is I just kind of want to get an idea of where everything is going to go. That's probably gonna need to be bigger. I think I'm gonna build it 2 stories, because I do, well, maybe I can do it like Skyrim style. I'll have to look into it, see what I can do, but I just kind of want to, let me get some signs so I can mark off where I'm going to build what. Yeah, World War II is an interesting thing to study, and there's a lot of interesting memorabilia out there about it. So I've got some Allied World War II memorabilia. My grandfather served in World War II, and that is not where my stuff is. Ooh, look at that, they're going to make a baby. Look at that. Are they going to make a baby, or is that guy just turned on? Are they both turned on? Make a baby. Make a baby. Oh. I think they made a baby. They make a baby? They didn't make a baby. That sucks. I've still got a lot of stuff from that. I've got a flag, actually. It's a flag that we still fly here at the house is a flag from World War II, which is interesting. What did I come back here for? Signs. We need signs. Not the terrible movie, but the actual physical thing. Do I not own any signs? I do. There's only 2. I should probably make more. That would be a great idea. Let's take a look here real quick. Take a look in a book. I had sticks. Sticks are here, and where... When you study history, you learn not to repeat history. Something left as social justice warriors need to learn. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too political. I've always been very much one, not to make too much of a political statement, honestly. I think both sides need to learn history. I think there's a lot of things on both the right and the left that is history repeating itself. I know a lot of people like to admit that, but that is 100% true. But I hate everybody politically, so not to start too much of a political rife, but I think that it's not just the left or the right that's ignoring a lot of unfortunate details from history, but I think both sides are really doing a great job of that right now, which is fantastic. Politics is fun. This is going to be the inn, and we will name it as such. How am I gonna do this guy over here? Am I gonna build anything over here? I like to keep this forest fairly forested because I like the forest area. Or I like the idea of kind of walking through the forest to get somewhere. It's an interesting little area. I may build like a little park off in the forest, or maybe some little houses out in the forest that people live in. I had barbecue this morning. Had some leftover ribs, still juicy. Oh man. Yeah, last weekend we had a barbecue, a family barbecue. I ate ribs for the first few days of this week. That was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was, man, it was good. I love me some barbecue. How am I gonna do this? So, that's gonna be the inn. I think I'll put a general store right about in here. Yes, that'll be... Just tunnel through the bits and make a forest inside a tunnel. That could be interesting. Let me see here. I'll put that as general store. That's gonna be a pretty big general store. Yeah, I'm thinking I may tunnel through here because this is a pretty tall hill. I think I may, well, kind of, not really. I don't know. I haven't really decided how I want to do this yet. At some point, I need to make a transition from this dirt road, or the path blocks, to a stone road. I'm going to make I believe I'm going to make a stone slab road that cuts through here and leads us over to the city. And I really need to get on my test world and start working on plans for the city. I'd like to, over the next few weeks, start working on finishing, and I've been saying this a lot, but now that I've actually got the time, I'm going to start working on finishing off a lot of the details within the village, a lot of the small details within the village. I'm going to try and knock out pretty soon, so we'll see where that goes. This guy's going to take us over here. We've got a lot of room left to build. I can tear down a couple of these trees, make a custom tunnel, replant the trees around it. I may make a little valley almost through there. I don't know. Over here somehow I've got to build a little market stall area. And I'm not really sure how I want to do this, so I'm just going to throw down a sign and we'll kind of work on that next episode, I guess. Market stall. Yeah. And I do want to throw a few houses around, but I don't think there's a lot of room. I could build one right there with a little porch off into the... Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. Could build one with a little porch off here. Need the forest to go all the way around the village and hide it from the city. I may do something like that. I may. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this will build a fairly nice sized house here. Oops, hello. And I'll build that kind of floating a little bit over the river, maybe a little off branch, or I'll use this house or some kind of miscellaneous building if I decide to put something else right there. That's a good spot to put one. We've got room for the inn right here. What else do we need? We've got an inn, we've got a We've got an inn, we've got a general store. I said at one point I wanted to build a lumber mill here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with the amount of room we have. Maybe, I may put it over here by the farmhouse, which, once again, that's another thing we need to start working on pretty soon. There's not a lot of room around here, though, really, unless I put it over there in the fields, or I could put it right there, but I'm not 100% sure. That may be too crowded. Or is it going to be a walled city, like how some of the modern European cities are? I think the city is going to be walled, because what I was thinking... Okay, what I was thinking for the city... This is kind of my design. You know what, let me switch over real quick. I'm going to go over into my... I think this was the one that was just the generic build world. I've got another one that's a copy of the world save file that I used to kind of float around on and test things that are more specific to what I already have built. I've done a few build designs on this one, but what I want to do... The path cuts through right about there. That was the design I was working on for a city center. I'm not really wild about this. I think it's an interesting concept. I just didn't really care for the way it is at the end of the day. I may use it for something else. But what I think I'm going to do is... This is probably... There's going to be a wall that runs from there up around here, kind of following the hill. And it may almost... I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I'm getting messaged on Steam. That's nice. It's a friend of mine from college asking me questions about the exam that we were supposed to take about 2 hours ago. That's interesting. I'm not really sure how I want to do the wall. Actually, could do. Run the wall from right about there. I don't really want to cut off the I don't really want to cut off the forest, though, because I like the forest. I may cut the forest right about there and kind of have it follow this hill. And have it come along and end right about there at the ocean. And the ocean's going to be big and open. And there's going to be what I'd like to do. And I'm kind of, the idea I had for this area was kind of something... It would make a great church garden, like how it lowers in the ground. Yeah, I'm going to build a big church. I haven't really decided. I haven't really decided exactly where I'm going to put everything. That's what I'm going to start working on. Probably this weekend in terms of laying out things here in the test world where I want to build things. Or maybe even in the actual world. Or I may start building designs here and then laying them out in the physical world. But I kind of want to base this area. I really like the way, one of my favorite places to go on vacation, I was talking about this earlier, is Charleston Harbor. I really like the way it looks. It's basically a giant harbor. There's a big open area. In the middle there is Fort Sumter, which is, for those who don't know, it's where the Civil War started. And I kind of like that idea. And what I'd like to do, I think I'm going to build a little artificial island out here, probably based on that. I'm going to put a little military fort on it. I'm probably going to tear that guy down. I'm going to get rid of all that land. And I'm probably going to tear that guy away. I'll probably build a little lighthouse right there. And yeah, that's how that's going to go. And the castle will go up here on this mountain. And as for a wall on this side, I don't really know if I want to build a wall up here or not, because I'd like to take, this area down here is going to become a lake. I'm going to fill this up full of water. I'm going to have a lake, and a little river is going to run down from here, down through here, and out into the ocean. And I don't really know how else I'm going to do this. I'm thinking about having a couple watchtowers up around here or something like that. Maybe some wizard towers. But I don't really know. I wouldn't mind building a wall, but naturally the terrain does a very good job. So actually, hold on, thinking, may run a wall from here or over there around and block that area off. Because the city is going to encompass a lot of this area. Doing the 4 element religions. I was just going to build a church to Jeebs. I may do something like that, though. I haven't decided yet. Right in here, I want to build a little amphitheater area, so I don't want to cut this off, but I may build the wall kind of out along there and kind of follow the mountains and cut back and end somewhere over here, maybe at the other side of this. Kind of have the river act as a natural wall and have... Because the city is going to end up being pretty big. I want to build some pretty big buildings over here. Hey, Rivet! Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I don't know. The city is very much a work in progress in terms of what I want to do. Take a drink right there. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know yet. I'm just kind of still working out the kinks. You should put up a wall on top of the mountains, a few towers around, and a lake in the middle with a dam. That could be interesting. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm going to do a lot of these things. I've got, like I said, I've got plans of grandeur all around this world. I just don't really know exactly how I'm going to execute all of them, but I think definitely a big wall would be pretty neat. So let's see here. In terms of laying this area out, I haven't really worked on the designs for these guys, and I want to work on those off screen so I get a better idea of what I want to build. We do have a general store, we have an inn, we have a miscellaneous building right here that could be a house. I may... Okay, I'll probably end up just turning that into another shop. Maybe I could build... Is it possible? A thought. Spare a thought for a moment. Is there room up here to build some kind of... Ooh, I could build some buildings up here on this hill. Would that be cut off with a wall? Americans and their big walls. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a Trump. I'm gonna build a wall. I want to keep those outsiders out. I don't really know what I want to do with this area over here, but I may build some houses up here, some buildings up here. It could be interesting. It doesn't have to be a huge wall on top, like maybe 5 blocks high with max towers. I don't know. I'm thinking going the city. The whole point of the city is it's supposed to be this huge, over the top, you know, massive, massive city. Can you do a creative building stream? A creative building stream? Maybe not today. I've been thinking, well, I may do it today. Maybe I'll work on some designs, you know, in creative. Oil and Rowlett. YouTube, welcome to the stream. So maybe I could work on some building designs on the old creative world, get an idea of what we want here. But I don't know. Because there's a lot of planning that I kind of want to do. Can you do it with mods? Nope, this stream, or this series is a strictly survival, unless we're in the current version that I use Optifine. We are pretty soon starting a server, or the season 6 of Alichno, the SMP that I'm part of, is going to have some lightly modded things, but I'm not really wild about modded stuff. I've never really been great with mods. So that's not really something I may look into it, but as of right now, I don't have any plans to do anything creative and modded. Huh. So I don't really know what I want to do. I don't want to make this area too uniform, because everything else is kind of uniform as it is. I may build... Could build a little... What can I do? Justin Nutters? I don't know, that's a funny name to me, Justin Nutters. Welcome to the stream on Twitch. I have a 189 creative building mod pack. Interesting. What's it? Oh, I can't. The links are disabled in the YouTube stream currently. But throw me a name. I may check it out. Send you a DM of what I'm talking about. Oh, for your wall. Man, there's so much talking going on right now. Yeah, I'll take a look at anything. And like I said, I'm not really huge on modded, but I may do some creative building and whatnot in a modded stream. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see where it goes. Let's see here. Not really 100% certain on what I want to do for the rest of this, or how I want to do this exactly. Because I feel like I'm missing a lot of buildings that we need. Because I'm gonna have a lot of stalls over here selling miscellaneous stuff. We're gonna have the inn, we're gonna have the general store. We could make this into like a little bakery over here. That'd be interesting. Because all these old medieval villages have some kind of little bakery. And an alchemist could be interesting to have. What I want to do... This episode's a lot of ranting and talking about what I want to do. What I want to do is for the enchantry, and I may do the same thing for alchemy, is over here in this house, the Star House, suggested to us by the Star Wizard. Or the design idea was suggested by the Star Wizard. I want to make this like up here is just like a normal house, and I want to make a secret, maybe redstone or something or other. A secret entrance down to like a little enchanting area with caves and whatnot. And you know, I may actually go ahead and start working on that a little bit today. I don't have any redstone stuff though. We do need to get a hold of some slime balls, because I'd like to keep it secret, like enchanting. It's a no-no in the area. Maybe, I don't know, but you press a button somewhere and this little floor opens up. It goes shoomp, and this opens up, and you can go down into the basement where there is a secret enchanting area. So oh no, something's broken right there. I think it's not. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. If you done short walls, then make like small keeps around the short walls, connecting them together, and have a massive keep as your main house. Ideas are flowing. Yeah, my thoughts, my plans for the wall. I've been thinking very big walls, and I like the keep idea. I definitely want to do the keep idea, bigger keeps, giant keeps. A lot of, like I said, the whole idea of the city is it is not a small city. It is an absolutely massive city. It is going to have all of these huge, ornate, fancy builds and whatnot, and that is exactly the kind of thing I want to pull off for that city. So I do not want to skimp on the walls for it. And it also kind of relates and shows, you know, there's there's definitely a line in the standards of living, almost, between the people in the city and the people in the town, which we still haven't named. We've named Underworld, the little ravine, which I actually need to do more work on. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start working on this a little bit here. Oh, hi. I need to see what is the problem here. Hello, you're not supposed to exist. I want to work a little bit on this enchanting area here today, because I'm kind of running out of ideas a little bit on, I need to work on some ideas. I need to get some ideas moving for the buildings over there. I'm going to poke around. I may load up this version of the world or a copy of this version of the world into creative and kind of piddle around with it for an hour or two and see what I can do, because I've got a couple ideas. And that area is going to be pretty uniform to what over here is in terms of building style. But it's just what buildings I want to do, and I kind of need to step back and look at a couple other medieval type cities and see what I can do with that as well. So townspeople are just, let me see. Town people are helping the city as a bunch of jackasses, kind of like real life city. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of what I'm going for here. The idea is supposed to be like the city is this massive kind of metropolis area, and the villages, because there's gonna be a couple more. Like I said, I want to do like a little port village over there, maybe another little coastal village over there. I want to do that kind of thing just for, it's kind of like the city's just drawing off of these places. The yokels must supply the grand city people with their goods and whatnot, that kind of thing. I'm kind of going random here because it's supposed to be kind of like a dugout cave area. Let me see, where are my torches? Is it nighttime? It's daytime. I don't remember if I slept or not. I did. Okay, yeah. Short-term memory loss is a hell of a thing. I hear a baby villager out there, though. So yeah, this area is just kind of supposed to be a little mythical, enchanted area. Just keep it like that. It's not supposed to be super ornate. I am going to probably, if I still have some vine blocks, I wouldn't mind throwing down some vines. Let me see here what I can do. Because I like adding little details, little lore details to the areas. I think it adds a little bit of interest beyond just, oh, it's a building that does stuff. Let's see here. There we go. This area seems pretty dug out. And over here, let's go up and get the bookshelves and see what I can do here. Let's dump those guys off in there. Think maybe right about here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh. Oh, no. I need more bookshelves, do I not? Yeah, I do. Wow. Is that enough for level 30 enchants? I thought I had more than that. Wait a minute. What do I have that's not enchanted there? Yeah, I guess it does level 30 enchantments, which I guess that kind of works. Because it's just supposed to be kind of ramshackle. So that works. Let me get... Right quick. I want to do some... how do I want to do this? I may come back and work on this more later. I just kind of wanted to have it done for the time being. And I'll work on a concealment for that later. I'm doing 6 different projects at once right now, so we'll see where it goes. Just kind of fiddling around and looking at ideas. Let's see, how long? 48 minutes, not bad. Doing pretty good on time. Probably go for a little bit longer. Need to close that door before people get in there. Take a look. I think... Let me see here. I think I'm gonna make a... What I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Throw up the Be Right Back screen. I'm gonna flip over. Do a quick load this world in creative, or load a creative version of this world, and kind of fool around for a little while and see what we can do as far as designs go. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna throw up the Be Right Back screen. That way you do not have to listen to me fiddle around with world files, and I will be right back. Go get your snacks, go take a leak, and we're gonna piddle around in creative for a little while. Alright, I forgot to switch my audio back on. We now have a version called CCR Creative Test, which I will make a creative world through the power of magic. Took a little break there. So I had to respond to a few messages as well, as the professional that I am. I took a moment to do that. So if you ever want to know how to turn any world into a creative world, just go open to LAN and game mode. Actually, no. Cloud cheats on, and then you can go game mode C. Shebang! And let me delete all this stuff from my inventory, because it is no longer necessary, and we can fly around the world and take a look at that fancy swastika road that we built. Now, yeah, you can fly around the world. This is the most recent version of the world. You can take a look around at all the wonderful things we've managed to create so far, and we are going to take a look and see what we can do here for these worlds. And what I'm kind of trying to see what I can work out for this area right here. And if Steam just made a ping noise, Steam just made a ping noise. That was me. That was nobody else's or computer, because I was trying to, or somebody asked me a question about our exam, and I was trying to answer it. So I'm just going to throw out some ideas right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a mod. I think you have to do it in YouTube chat. You should be a mod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your channel is listed as a moderator on my channel list, so if you're not a mod, I don't know why you're not. I'm not going to go through and pull it right now, because I'm streaming and I don't feel like tabbing out again. If I tab out again, or if I go back into the be right back screen, I'll probably do it then. But as far as I know, for all intents and purposes, you should be a mod. Let me make this 10 by 10 instead. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. YouTube just hates me. Like, yeah, I don't know why. Because I added you as a moderator in my list of moderators. Because the only way to do it on YouTube, you have to go through some really weird 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to go through some really weird stuff to set it up in your channel settings. And I think you should be a mod. I think Jeebs, Russ, Rivet, I want to say is a mod. There's a couple people. There's a good many mods on my channel. Interesting. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this particular design is going to work, so we're gonna say balls to this. What I could do, interesting idea just came to mind, is let me see here. Let's go say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just say here is a good area, and I actually want to go ahead and get some, let's get some stone bricks. Is that a thing I can do? That's a monster egg block. Let's get one of these guys and one of these guys, and we will do 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 3, is it not? Yes. Put 2 of these on either side. Let's try, and this isn't going to work either. This is not going to work how I want it to work. Damn, I really want to make... may do a switcheroo here. I wish... I added Russ by clicking his name in the chat and said make moderator. Speaking of, need to get rid of it. I don't know. I don't keep the YouTube chat up. I keep the restream chat up, and that's too much of a pain in the ass to switch over, so I'll figure it out later. If this mountain was not here, and I may go through and tear it down because I really don't like the way it is being right there. Because what I could do is build a nice little center here, but that doesn't really fit the feel though. I don't really like this. I don't really know what to do for the city center, or for the trade center. Huh. I can't think of any ideas. I'm gonna have to come back on that one. Definitely have to come back. Let's take a look at what we can do for the inn for the moment being, because I can guarantee you I don't really know what to do. I don't really know what to do on that center. I'm gonna have to take a look at some ideas online and poke around and kind of put some spins on it and see what I can do. Probably may do a little bit of work on that one next episode to see what we can do, because I don't really entirely know what to do for that. But I will work on the inn. That is one thing we can do. And I've got in my mind, I've got a pretty neat idea for what we can do in terms of ideas for that. Is this guy... Oh, this guy's riding right up on the road. I did not realize that. Oh well. Little unforeseen design flaw will be fine. Let's go ahead and get this guy done. I'm trying to keep these guys at least one block off the road, because it's easier to make lighting, or to get lighting done that way, because I'm going to redo, pretty soon I'm going to redo the lighting around this area. I'm going to get some fancier lighting up and going, so I gotta look into that. I think I can do the fancier lighting. I may just say screw it for this area and go with torches, but I can definitely say for the city we're gonna have some fancy lighting. Actually, the idea I've had for down here for some time in terms of lighting is, let me show you guys. Let me get a glowstone, which I think we're out of in the actual world, and a piston. And we can do one of these numbers right here. Like, say, right here. And I think this is the only way we can do this, is like that. And then like that? No. Why are you not? You have to go down one more block. There we go. And then I can do that. And it just kind of... It gets rid of the need for a torch. It just kind of looks like another generic block in the ground. Because the whole idea of this area is it's supposed to be kind of dirty with miscellaneous blocks down there. So I'm going to do that kind of thing for lighting down there. Which kind of makes sense. But up here, lighting is harder to do because the houses are right up on each other. Because what I'd like to do is, like, where are some of the houses that I built off the road? Let's... There, let's do one of those numbers so that the time does not pass. But one of the things I would like to do is just... Sure, the 5 gigabit, or 5G internet is coming faster than expected. I also heard that that was bull. I read another article that said that the 5G thing, the whole 5G thing, was just a hoax. Or at least I think AT&T claimed they had 5G internet, and I read another article down the road from another reputable source. I can't say, I don't remember exactly who it was, but I remember saying that, seeing it was bull. And that, a lot of people weren't particularly happy about that. There are lamps. I forgot to retexture in this texture pack. What I'd like to do is just off the side of the road, have these guys set up right here, and I'll have them hooked up to a loop to where some redstone. Have them hooked up to some redstone to where they automatically turn on and off daylight and nighttime. Not necessarily. Well, what I could do, idea, getting pinged. Let me see here. Oak leaves. Look at that. That would hide the lighting famously. Problem being, a lot of these houses are right up on the road, so I may do it here and there, but I think in, like, the city, that's how I may do things. So we'll see where that goes, and I'll have to get back to you on that one. But what I'd like to do for this area right here, and I wish I could build a little faster, because I've got some ideas, is I think I'm going to do 2 stories, and I've worked out how I want to do 2 stories in my mind so that it is not too cluttered, and it kind of works. Right now, there's no 5G internet, but it is really coming, and they're really working on it, and they're supposed to be able to cover a lot more area as well. That may be what it is, but I think I read that, like, AT&T or someone like that they've already made 5G internet, and there was a bunch of people that called them out and called bullshit. Which, I think it's cool, and I think they should definitely work toward that. I like faster internet available to more people is very good. I don't think there's anything bad that can come of that. You know, I think the internet is... one of the interesting things to think about. The internet is kind of becoming a universal... I'm not thinking of the right term for it, but there's a term for... It's like water or electricity. You know, everything, it's just become a universal resource for everyone. Everyone should have access to the internet and that kind of thing. And I think it's becoming more and more true. Let's see here. And it's interesting to think about. I know some people are kind of pissy. I guess pissy is not really the right word, but hey! How'd you die? Oh, I know exactly how you died. I bet you were down here. I bet this area isn't lit up right. I should remember that. Somebody remind me of that. Oh, hell, guy. I should probably set it to peaceful on this world, because it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I definitely think that a lot of people are kind of hesitant to, say the internet's this great thing and everyone's going to have access to it. But, the internet, it really is. It's interesting to think about. I was thinking about it the other day, just how it has united so many people across the world. I've met a lot of people I never would have met at all, thanks to the internet. And, there's a lot of people whose jobs would not exist because of, if it was not for the internet. It's an interesting thing, but I certainly think that the more people who have access to it, the better. AT&T always does that. We're first, turns out we're always last. Every phone provider does that, though. There's none that stick out to me as being particularly wonderful. That's kind of a nice design. And what I want to do... Actually, let's take this guy up one more step. And what I want to do, we'll do some of these guys across the top. Sounds like Apple does it, and it's funny how AT&T and Apple hate each other. AT&T and Apple, the funny thing about that was, I think AT&T was the first carrier that had the iPhone, the original iPhone, if I recall correctly. Yeah, companies are weird. They fight each other. Looks like stream's lagging a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know. I've been kind of tweaking my settings here and there, trying to make it look somewhat better. I want to do this. What I could do... Actually, I'll do that for this direction. For this side, I'll just do 2 windows. Let's not do 3x3s. Let's try 3x3 windows. See how that looks. Shoop, shoop, shoop. And boom. Boom, and boom. Okay. See how that looks. And a lot of this is just kind of me poking around. Oh, excuse me. Building is interesting to figure out and creative. This is why I like being able to go through and do creative. Is I can kind of sit here and test. We'll have a big window right here. Big bay window. I like being able to sit down and kind of test through ideas and play with them. I like to get a kind of a rough shell built out and work off of that. Alright, we're gonna do... Let's do 2 wide windows right there. Maybe have 1 door heading out the back. Yeah, we could have a little cellar around back. Yeah, Apple didn't like how AT&T did the launch, so for the next 5 generations of iPhone, it came out of Verizon first, basically. Yeah, Verizon is... They are not my favorite cell phone provider right now. I have to deal with them, but I'm not really wild about Verizon. I've stayed with them for a long time because I liked the Motorola Droids. The Droid Razors and whatnot, and I've always enjoyed those phones. I've liked them. I had my first phone was the original Razor, the flip phone, which that thing is indestructible. It still works to this day. I keep it and my spare SIM card in the kitchen in a drawer somewhere in case I ever break my current phone. I'll probably end up going back to that one. And I made this too wide, although I do kind of like that. No, let's go back to this guy right here. Yeah, and I'll kind of work on that one from there. But yeah, I've always liked that, but I got the Droid Turbo 2 about a year ago, and I haven't really liked it. I haven't really liked it that much. It's not a fantastic phone. It's had a lot of issues, at least mine has. My dad just picked up the same phone he shattered the screen on his old... I had the Droid Turbo 1, which is probably the best phone I've ever owned. Never had any problems with it. It always worked fantastically, and I dropped it one day and shattered the hell out of the screen. And they said, no, we don't make that phone anymore. You get the 2. And I don't really care too much for the 2, so... It's the first time... I seen it the first time your OCD would kick in and replace the blocks, yeah. Okay. And what I want to do up here... Interesting theory... is... Do I want to do it like that? Or do I want to do the slabs? This guy. Let's see if we can do that. And just little 2x2s. Bear with me here for a second. You say, what is he doing? I do not know. I say, hold now, my children. For it will all make sense. Let's do 1, 2... Hold on, let's do 1, 2, 3. Bloomp. And a bloomp. Right. And we're gonna get some of these guys. My god, what is going on? I don't know. see here. Some people may know where I am going here. Others may still be confused. And let's do this side too. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, this is an inn. You know, you have those days you really just want to go home and sleep and say screw it to everything else. Every day of my entire life is that way. What I'm gonna do here is I am going to build a second floor, and that's where the rooms are gonna be. Little inn rooms, a western storefront. You're not wrong. This isn't really exactly matching the area. Like I said, this is just a rough idea of what I want to do. I want to have a little... Actually, we're going to end up having to have some protrusions here because of the fact that this guy... I'm not going to be able to build a staircase up because I'm going to go around back and I'm going to have a little staircase that comes up here, and you're going to be able to come up here and you're going to be able to walk through and you're going to be able to go into whatever room. There's probably going to be 3 or 4 rooms up here, and you can go in and you can sleep in these rooms. And that's kind of my vague idea for the inn. It needs work though, because I'm not really wild. Just add a pointed long roof and it'll match. What I could do. Maybe start that guy right there. No, right here. And right here. And do the normal roof style across here, and just kind of have this be open underneath here. It's just gonna end up looking like a crappy Motel 8, but do this guy right across here. So you come in here, you're covered by the roof. That'll just come up one more block, and that could work in terms of roof design. I don't know. Interesting. This building is gonna be pretty big. Kind of like the way it's going, kind of don't. It's kind of a hit and miss. Let's check this guy out right here. Do I like this? Do I not? This is gonna need some work. This one's gonna need some work before we fully implement it in the full world. I don't really know how I want to do this, but I like the idea of being able to come up here. Just add some chimneys on top. Yeah, there's probably going to be some chimneys coming through here because there's, I think I may actually end up tearing that and moving it around. There's going to be a little hearth over here because in these ends there's always a little fire going. But I do want to have somewhere over here where people can stay on their way through the town or the village, because this is probably going to be, one of the main entrance points from the city. Because there is direct access to the farm right there. And this will probably be another one over here. They're both going to link together, but this is going to be one of the main entrances from there. And it is a little bit closer to the port. And I may put another little port over there. I don't know, but it's going to be good to have an inn. It's always good to have an inn where you are. So this will work very well as that. It's going to be kind of interesting to see where it goes, though. Let me see. I'm going to put that there for now so we can say we have something. Let me go ahead and match these guys up. Yeah, because that's going to need to go way on up there. And these rooms are not actually, these rooms may end up being this tall. I don't know, though. I don't know entirely exactly what I wish to do. Okay. So this guy, this is going to be the entrance. I am building with a lot of spruce, so I need to break it up a little bit here pretty soon. So let's see here. How wide? Let's say we build that. 1, 2, 3, that. 1, 2, 3, that. No. Okay, let's try rooms that are 4 wide, which I don't really like, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3. What if I do 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, boom, and we have a 5 wide room in the middle, which is like the big fancy one. Just keep the rooms not as tall and have an attic you can use as a storage room. That's an interesting idea. That could work. I think this is the way I'm going to do the rooms. That could work out. Yeah, that could work out pretty well. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do these guys. We'll put some windows in for this middle one in the front. And I think... Let me see. In terms of floor, I think that what I've been doing is I've been doing birch floors, so... I may do birch floors and then cover it over down below with... I'm trying to figure out how to do this with continuity. Because it's gonna look goofy if I do that, but I don't want to use... I'm overusing spruce already on this build. I'm way overusing spruce. Huh. I don't really know what I can do here. It's pissing me off. I don't like it. This is why I usually do the build designs off screen, because I'll go through 5 or 6 iterations of this before I finally find something I like. Because this building is kind of ugly to me. It's using way, way, way too much spruce. I definitely need to cut that back. Maybe it's because I don't have the windows in yet. Let's throw some windows up and see if I can do... I mean, a lot of the buildings in this are using too much spruce, but this is a much larger building than we built before. So it needs some more contrast in it with other colors. Mother, get out of here. There we go. Huh. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do for this, because this is kind of a hard building. I think... I like it and I don't. It's too... It just doesn't have any depth to it. It doesn't have any detail. It's too much spruce. But the thing is, I want it to match. These buildings work because they're smaller. I mean, they're pretty big. They're decent size, but they're still fairly small. So it doesn't really matter so much that there's a lot of spruce because it all works. But when you get a building that big, and even this one, I've kind of had that same problem with. When you get a building this big, it gets kind of ugly. What if you reverse the building, build one out of oak, and a roof of spruce? I don't know. I don't know. I may grab World Edit and throw this down in my... Throw a couple copies of this down in my creative test world and see what I can do there. Because so far, there's nothing about this building that's really talking to me. And I don't really know what to do. I don't know. We'll have to come back to it. I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and end off this episode. I need to go get something to eat, and I also need to go and work on the designs for this a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do any other streams today other than Widget. Be sure to tune in. Wow, I didn't realize I was really very, very good with the planting of these trees. I literally drew a line through there and just started throwing trees. I need to intersperse them a little bit better. But anyways, yeah, that's it for now. Be sure to tune in to tonight at about 11 to midnight. We'll be doing Widget, episode 2. And tomorrow, about 8-ish to probably 3 in the morning, we'll be doing episode something of the Krusty Salt podcast. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching for today, and I will hopefully be back Monday. Should be back Monday. Probably a later episode, but probably another longer episode, and we're going to start working on this area over here in more depth. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Chris, signing off.